This is the 3-Ines KEBOHUB EE01 mechanical keyboard. In this video, I'm going to take you a quick tour around this mechanical keyboard and tell you if it's any good. Let's get into it. My name is Patrick and this is Everyday Tech for everyday people. And today we're looking at this mechanical keyboard from Geek. Now, full disclosure, Geek did send me this keyboard for free. Other than sending me this keyboard to review, they're not paying me. They're not reviewing this video before it goes up. All the opinions are my own. So let's get into looking at this keyboard and what's so special about this keyboard. Now, mechanical keyboards function in a number of ways. They're not just for gamers, but it's also a way to increase your productivity as far as typing speed is concerned. You can really customize a mechanical keyboard to your own personal preference. Also, it's another way to really level up the aesthetics of your home setup just by customizing the way it looks. And on that note, it's really a way to kind of match your own personality and express yourself the way you want to, because you can really customize the aesthetics of a mechanical keyboard. Now, this particular keyboard has something up its sleeve that other mechanical keyboards don't have. This is the KEBOHUB EE01 mechanical keyboard. Now, with that name KEBOHUB, it has the word hub in it. This has a USB hub built in. It comes with one USB-C, 3 USB-A ports, and one HDMI port that supports 4K at 60 Hz. Now, all those USB ports support up to 5 gigabits of transfer, and this is a real awesome utility to have, especially as far as trying to reduce the number of cables that go into your computer. I opted in for the blue switches here, which are very clicky, very tactile. You can get these in red linear switches, no tactile or no click in them. Or you can get brown switches, which are kind of in between. They're tactile, but very lightly tactile. I do like the blue switches here for this keyboard. Kind of brings me back to the old IBM keyboard, mechanical keyboard type days. But as far as the key switches are concerned, they are hot swappable. So if you don't like what you chose first, or you want to just customize certain parts of the keyboard, you can switch them out. They are hot swappable. And of course, you can switch out the keycaps like any mechanical keyboard, but I do like the ones that do come with this keyboard. They are shine through, so the RGB light really come through, or really shine through, right? A lot of the mechanical keyboards I've reviewed in the past, they don't have a shine through. You just see the lights kind of in between the keys, but these do have a shine through keycap. As far as my first impressions of this keyboard, I would say the first time I lift this up, I realized how substantial and how heavy it was, which is definitely not a bad thing. This is very well built. It is made out, the frame is made out of plastic, but this keyboard is pretty well built and it will last for you. Again, this does bring me back to the old mechanical keyboard days. A lot of nostalgia there. So I'm going to take you through a quick tour of the keyboard. I'll do a little bit of a sound test and tell you my thoughts afterwards. So let me give you a quick look at what you get in the box. Of course, I've already taken out the keyboard and used it for a little while, but this comes in really nice packaging. I really appreciate when manufacturers do this. Really nice, organized packaging, very clean. In the box, you do get the instruction manual, which is very important to know the different functions that you might need as far as operating the keyboard. On the right side here, you have some goodies here. First, let me show you some extra keycaps. These are the Windows keycaps that you'll need as far as using it on a Windows machine. So there is the Windows button here, and the Alt button. So it's a very nice touch that they do that. Then as far as a keycap remover, this is really easy. I can just come up here and just yank the keycaps off. The keycaps. And then I like how they came with 4 extra keycaps, just in case you need to switch out your keycaps if one goes bad. And I'll put this right to the mic. These are the blue keycaps. Very clickety. And so I do like how they come with these extra keycaps. So here's a quick tour around this keyboard. First, on the back, let's look at the ports for the hub itself. We have one USB-C port here, 3 USB-A ports, and the HDMI port. Now this cable plugs, you can either plug it into one USB-C port or 2 USB-C ports. Now if you only have it plugged into one USB-C port, that supplies power to either this USB-C port here or this USB-A port, but not both. So whatever you have plugged into there that needs power, whatever you have plugged in there first will draw the power. Now, if you plug in this cable to both USB-C ports, both of these will be powered. So you have to decide whether you need one or two things to be powered by this particular hub. If you only need one, then you only need to plug in this cable into one USB-C port. Then on the bottom, we have the legs here. So you can have this keyboard on two different positions. I personally like it having all the way down because it's already pretty high, but that's up to your personal preference. So let me quickly go over the functionality of this keyboard. First, the RGB backlit controls. There are 6 buttons right here. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the presets for the RGB. Each of them, with the combination of the function key here, can be pressed 3 times. So there's 3 different presets, giving you a total of 18 presets. And they do various things depending on the preset. This one reacts to my key press, and then there are different ones. There are different patterns that you can change. With this button, you can change the color that you want. You can do a rainbow color or a single color. This one has just a directional pattern. So I can change the direction of this pattern by doing the function left arrow key, and it changes the direction there. And I can control the speed of the animation using the up and down arrows here. So you can kind of see there are up and down arrows right here in the combination of the function key. So let's do that right now. I can really slow it down. So now it's at the lowest setting. Let's change the direction going the other way. I can change the color as well. So there are different presets that you can do. This one's just a very simple one with all the colors. Some random animations that you can do. I personally like the simple one of the page down here, and I can just change the color of what I need. Also, I can change the brightness of the RGB backlit with the function up and down. So this is all the way up. You can turn it all the way down and turn it off. So that's a very simple way to do it. Now, rounding off the other keys here, especially for a Mac, this is really good for me because I normally have my media keys here that match my Mac media keys as well. Speaking of different functionality, you have a Windows and Mac button here. So if I do function Windows, this changes it into the Windows format or Windows key format. And it has to do with these keys here. Typically the Alt is here and the Windows key is here. And it does come with those keycaps if you're using a Windows machine. So this has been a very simple look as far as the functionality of this keyboard. What I recommend, the 3-iron is KEBOHUB EE01 mechanical keyboard. I would say definitely yes. I think it's great for those who are in a hybrid situation, working sometimes in the office or at a coffee shop and at home. It's nice to come home, plug in one cable. You have your keyboard, you have your monitor, you have your peripherals ready to set. I think it's really great for those who even have an iPad as well, just plugging in one thing. Now, I've been mainly testing this on my Mac Mini at home, which is a desktop, and I think it's great for that as well. I like how I don't have to reach under to kind of plug something in. If I have a USB thumb drive, I could just plug it into some of the ports that are on the keyboard right in front of me. So overall, I think this is a great keyboard. Now, if you're watching this before May 3rd or 4th, go ahead and check out their Kickstarter campaign. If not, then go to whatgeek.com and you'll find this keyboard and other mechanical keyboards that they sell. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and consider subscribing. Until the next one, see ya.